Can a school use public relations to promote itself to new parents and the local community? Richard Merrin is Managing Director of a public relations firm in London and a former school governor.
The key trick here is to look at anything that's really good news for the school. I'd recommend looking at things such as, if you've won any awards for sporting events, whether you've organised speaking competitions or amateur dramatics or musical evenings. All of these things are really good news stories and promote the school in the very, very best light possible. Engage with your local journalists. Bring them in, take them on a tour of the school. Show them what the school has to offer. Make sure they are included in any outreach the school is doing into the local community, any voluntary work, for example, any sporting events. Make sure the press are constantly there, constantly kept informed. Now, they may not turn up to everything, but the important point is that you are doing it, and when they do report, the impact is tremendous.
I'm Annie Gammon, the head teacher here at Stoke Newington School, and I'm delighted to welcome you here.
The important point here is what I would term the constant dripping tap effect. You've got a number of different opportunities. It doesn't just start a great big event having an open day and then suddenly, fantastically, everybody's going to fall in love with the school. It starts 6 months before, a year before, a year and a half before, and it's constant. It's not something you can just turn off and turn on, so it's just got to be completely consistent throughout the year. When you have an open day, plan it well in advance. Make sure that you've got clean signage. Make sure people are there to welcome you, that everybody looks smart, everybody is paying attention. And when parents leave, a simple thing, just give them a little goodie bag. It could be the Ofsted report, it could be anything, but just make sure that they leave feeling highly positive about the school, because the school plays a vital role in the local community, and all of those elements need to be drawn together. And every time that school gate opens for the parents, it is on show.
And if you see some of the beautiful work that they do, it's amazing.
Some schools have a very straightforward approach and have got many things going for them, and other schools, I would suggest, have got a bit more of a challenging approach. But the critical thing for any school to sit down, and for what governors and teachers must do together, is to sit down and work out what in our industry we would call a USP, which is a unique selling proposition. And that is to find out that 1, 2, or possibly maximum 3 things that you can really focus on and really promote on in terms of the school. Examples of that could include anything: sporting excellence, for example, academic achievements, arts, music, cultural activity, more pastoral care, what facilities they've got for special needs, for example. Again, all of these are critical areas that you should be looking at. If you are a school where the latest Ofsted report hasn't been as good as it could have been, the one thing to do is to drill down through the information that's actually in that Ofsted report and find out what areas of the school and that particular report your school is excelling in. Focus on those and promote those. And certainly where the areas where you've got the 3 and the 4s for, you be honest, but I would say you don't prioritise them. At the end of the day, a parent will take away an Ofsted report. They can read, they can understand it. You try and hide it or cover it up, or get the Tipp-Ex out and cover it up. Forget it, it won't work.
So we know from our student surveys, from the feedback they give us, that we deal well with bullying.
In marketing terms, we talk to our clients in the public and indeed the private sectors about focusing on core messages. That is absolutely true to a school as it is to a private sector company. If your school is a recognised leader in the arts or a recognised centre of excellence for music, focus in on that. Don't muddy the water by lots of different messages going out there. It confuses people. There are lots of different marketing tools that you can deploy as a school, and I've certainly seen one. My own school, where I was a governor, had beautiful brochures which were sent out to prospective parents. That's an extremely important tool to use because it shows the school in a very, very positive light. There has been talked about that certain schools should be doing, for example, advertising, but realistically, an advert, even in a local newspaper, can cost £2,000, £3,000, £4,000 for a page. Why would you want to spend that money? And when a school itself can actually engage in just talking to the press and bringing them along, that doesn't cost you anything.